Okay, well, we got our ceiling lighting in and our drop ceiling put in here to the shop extension. But to say that I was disappointed in these light fixtures is kind of an understatement. These are the purpose-built LED trofer type lights, and they're just daisy chained together. There's 4 of them, and they're coming. I've got them brought in on this AC cable, that armor-clad cable, and plugged in a very OSHA compliant manner with no ground. And they're advertised as 4,000 lumens, so they're just dim. And I don't know if you guys can tell or not, they're kind of red, so they've got a little bit of the spectrum off. I think they're 4200 color temperature, and I prefer the 5000s. Let's compare this side of the shop to the old side of the shop. Now, the old side of the shop is retrofits. These are retrofit bulbs, and you can see there, you can very clearly see the 4 LED tubes. These have been retrofitted. They still have the electronic ballast, and they have the retrofit type tubes in them, but it cut the power usage way down on these. But I think you can tell that these panels light up, the light panels light up a lot better than the other side. Plus, it's a really true white color, you know. It got great color rendering. If you look at some of the colors around the shop, great color rendering. So let's go back to our red ones here and look around the inside of the shop. This is the same space and the same kind of light. It's dim, and it's got a lot of shadows, and just not completely happy with it. All right, so what are we gonna do? I've got some LED retrofit kits here, and we're gonna add another 5,000 lumens to each fixture with a retrofit kit, and which comes with a driver and 2 LED strips that go inside this fixture. And you know, we'll compare them. Maybe we'll do the 2 lefts and leave the 2 rights and see what it does, and see how they render, and see if now also, and see, we're looking for a color temperature change. And what I've got over here is it's a true 5K, which is in the dead center of the spectrum, not red, not blue. So I'm hoping that color temperature is going to cancel out some of this orange, because it's not camera friendly. All right, so let's get a couple of these retrofitted, and maybe I'll show you what the retrofit's all about, and then we'll bring you back. Okay, well, in my same OSHA approved method, I plugged in the driver to the lights, and they're pretty intense, and it's a nice white light. You can probably see that light is whiter than that. That's kind of orange over there. So what do you get with the kit? Let's get this out of here. All right, what do you get with the kit? You get a driver, and these have a magnetic back. There's 2 little neodymium magnets on the back that stick pretty tight, so that's just going to stick into the fixture. And then the actual tubes are an acrylic tube. They're not glass, so you don't have to worry about breaking them. They're very flexible. But there's a sliding magnet here on the back too. Slides back and forth on a channel, so you can just stick those into the fixtures. They're 46 inches long, so they're going to fit in a 48-inch fixture just fine. And you just apply power, positive and negative there. These other 2 wires are for a dimmer. These are dimmable. I just threw a couple butt connectors on there because I don't know whether they say it's a 0 to 10 volt dimmer, but I don't know whether the driver generates that power or the dimmer switch generates that power. So I just capped them off just to be safe, and everything just plugs in. They've got quick connects there, kind of a splitter, and then a quick connect here. So let's drop one of these into that, and I'm going to run these in addition to what's already running there. These things run about 1/4 amp a piece right now. This driver claims these are going to be about another 1/4 amp, so each fixture is going to be sitting at about 1/2 amp. So that's that's 2 amps for this whole section here. Let's get this thing installed and see what it looks like. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what is known as a hot swap. So we're going to start with our driver, which is magnetic, and it should go in pretty good. I don't see why it wouldn't. Where could we make it live? We can make it live right here. And let's get it wired. Here's the dimmables for the original. Those are the purple and gray ones. And I think we're going to live right here. Okay, so ballast installed. Pretty easy. Have you got an angle there of what I'm doing? Probably not. You can see that ballast over there on the left. Let me move over. That way maybe you can see a little bit better. And we can go ahead and power up, I think. All right, our driver is wired. And there's some very specific rules to hot swapping something. Always connect the neutral first. And I'll tell you why. If you connect the hot lead first, and then you accidentally touch the load side of the neutral, you're acting as the neutral, and the current will go through you, so you can still get hit by a neutral. Just thought I'd share that little bit of info with you. All right, we're going to connect our driver to our tubes. As so. I'm just going to let those kind of hang there for a second. I'm going to put my cover back on. And then our two tubes, we just need to pick a location for those. You slide your magnets around wherever you want them. I think I'm going to put them kind of over here and just let them angle Let them stick right there. Let them kind of angle down on those sides and see how that looks. Stick this one down about here. No screws, no muss, no fuss. I like it. I do need to tuck in those wires. I need to get those inside that trough. And outside of that, this thing looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I like it. And you can see the color temperature difference right there. You can see the red against the true white. And I'm hoping that white's just going to help cancel out some of that, some of the original LEDs. So that's a retrofit. Pretty simple. Like I see, I need to just tidy up a couple of wires, and this thing's done. Okay, so I moved the new LEDs in tighter to the existing ones. It seems to cancel out the light a little better. So I think that's probably where I'm going to run them, just right in tandem. And let's close up that diffuser and see how it splits up the light. I think it's pretty good. And I can't even hardly see any of that brown in there anymore. Brown, red, whatever you want to call it. And that's it, we're done. Okay, well you can definitely see the difference in the two light panels. The one in the back there in the back corner is the one I did. Even if we come over here, we can see kind of the reddish light cast on the wall, but you go back in that corner and it's definitely brighter and it's a nice wider light. Definitely more camera friendly. So that's only one fixture done. You saw how easy it was. So I'm gonna get the other 3 done. Maybe I'll bring it back and show you all 4 of them burning. I wanted to see how it turned out, so I bought 4, just enough to do one side of the shop, and then maybe we'll get around to doing this side of the shop over here. That side's done too. I got all the sheet metal in, the lights are all in there, and same thing, same fixtures, so they'll need a retrofit too. Okay, so the LEDs are all in. This side of the shop, this has been dubbed the sheet metal side of the shop. It's where I keep my brake and my shear, and it's where I'm going to put the slip roller, and that's where all the sheet metal stuff's going to be. Anyways, the LEDs are in. All 4 of those are retrofitted. And I went ahead and fired the other side so you could kind of see maybe the difference. That's the other side over there. And that's fully fired with just the out of the box 4,000 lumen units. And let you have a look around in there. There's my slip roller. So that's the amount of lighting you're going to get in the color rendering. That's with the 4200K color, 4,000 lumen per fixture. And then over here, we are a combination of 4200 and 5K color rendering, and we've got a total of 9,000 lumens per fixture now. And there's your lighting. It's pretty shadow free. Those diffusion lenses throw the light around pretty good. Pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty camera friendly. Let's walk all the way over to the other side just for the heck of it. And look around over here. It's just dimmer and it's browner or redder, I guess. Kind of a reddish color. I don't know how it's coming through on the camera. I'm sure the camera adjusts for it. But look at that white cabinet, or that white ice cabinet. It's just got a real red look to it. Okay. Well, last test is, just for the heck of it, let's grab an amp probe. And we're going to set on amps. And we're zeroed out. Let's see what she pulls. 2.3 for this quadrant. Let's go over to the other side. And we're at 1.0. So for an extra 1.3 amps, we've got a gob of light. So they don't pull that much power. The LEDs are definitely a money saver in the long run. And I'm pretty happy with the retrofit. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it to the rest of them. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.